Okay, folks, I just want to show you something here. I actually carved that eye in. Now, you can put I did one side. I'm just going to show you. I think I'm going to show you on an extra piece of wood because if I mess it up, then I will ruin this piece, and I don't want to do that. Bear with me just a second. And let me get another piece of wood here. And I'm going to demonstrate to you on this piece of wood exactly what I did. Let me clean up a piece here. Alright. What I did with this eye, okay, is I made the oval circle. And this is kind of my practice piece here. So you do an oval circle first, okay. So this is our eye. And this is what you're going to do on the bird, but I don't want to do it in case I do mess it up. I don't want to end up doing it all over again. And it's very hard to get the same type of eye on both sides, but do your best to try to make it match up. But what you do is you first take your knife and you make the circle portion first, okay? You just cut a round circle. This might not have been wide enough here. Okay, just like so. Alright, all the way. See how I'm moving my piece around? Okay. So what I did was I'll just scoop out the inside first. Very carefully. I'm doing very quickly so I can just show you roughly how I got that eye in there. Okay, and what I did also is I also cut the outside portion at an angle. Okay. Just around like this. Now you can use this for any bird, really. It's the same concept. Most people put a glass eye in, and you've seen me do that in the past. So see how we have that rounded? So what you want to do is you want to notch the one corner out a little bit, just like so. Alright, and then you're going to do the other corner of the eye. Okay, see where it's leading, folks? You can see that. Right? See, the eye is there. Now how do you get this lip portion on the top? Well, what you need to do is take the point of your knife and make sure it's sharp. What I did, and this is part of the secret, here we go. You're going to take the tip of your knife and you're going to follow your eyeball for the eyelid. Okay, just going to follow that all the way down and around. You're going to extend it just a bit longer. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to turn around and you're going to slowly cut that out. Okay, see how we got the top of the eyelid? Okay, and you extend it down a little further. So what we're going to do is we're going to just push it down a little further on either end, and we're going to follow this up and around. Okay, see how we have the top of the eyelid? Alright, now we're going to go down a little further because it extends a little further than the eye, because this is your top lid. And you can do the same concept with real eyes if you want, like human eyes. Really, the concept is the same. Alright, then what we're going to do is we're going to just follow this out and around like so. See the angle that I have the knife, folks? It's at a pretty good steep angle that I'm making that cut. And then we'll go down a little ways away and we're going to cut the bottom part out. Now I know this is a real quick lesson on how to do this, but you get the idea of what I'm doing. Do everything at an angle. Okay, see? That's how we got the eye in there. And this eye is how I did this eye. And I pronounced it even further. Okay? I normally put a glass eye in, but on this one I'm not going to. So, see? It's a nice little rim around there. A nice little eyelid around there. Okay, so I'm going to go offline. I'm going to finish this side up. And then we're going to start, I think I'm going to start sanding this. And I'm going to try to, maybe if you want to, you can sand it. It's up to you. I'm just going to go ahead and sand it, but you want to be very careful of that eye. You want to just use a little pressure around that when you sand everything. The other thing we have to do, we have to burn the nostrils in yet. Okay, so that's not a big deal. But take your time doing the eyes. And folks, I'm going to give you a real strong encouragement here of advice. To do these eyes, or any eyes or lips or anything that you are having a difficult time doing, take a piece of wood like I just did here and just mess with it. You know, just go ahead and do an eye after an eye after an eye after an eye until you get it to look the way you want it to. Now that has a little bit of a thing on there. I gotta get off. But you want to, and the other real secret to this, folks, make sure your knife is sharp. If it's not sharp, you're not going to be able to do what I just did, because it's going to tear, it's going to do all that kind of stuff. The other thing is, use this solution when you do it. Don't use a lot of it, the alcohol and water when you do it, but use it to get those eyes in there, or if you're doing anything really sensitive. So far I haven't had anything crack or check on me while using this. And so far it's looked pretty good. I don't see any checking at all on the bottom here other than my pencil marks. But just take your time with doing that, and take your time making that eye. You see how nice that turned out? That turned out a lot better than I thought maybe it would. But just practice on a piece. Practice, practice, practice. That's the most I can tell you to do. If you're having a problem area, just get a piece of wood and just keep working with it and working with it and trying new things. That way you're not going to ruin a perfectly good carving, okay? Alright folks, thank you very much. We'll be back in a little while. I'm going to go ahead and sand this. You won't see me for a day or so, and possibly, and we'll get this all nice. At least this portion is going to be sanded really well along with the body and up around the head. Just be very careful after you carve those eyes in when you sand. Okay folks, we'll catch you soon. Bye bye.